Hi folks, I don't know why I'm yelling. I got this lavalier on. Where to start? First of all, welcome to my humble off-grid homestead in Canada on this insanely mild, I'm still yelling, on this insanely mild December day. I've shot some videos for you from a week or two ago, right? That's like 7 to 15 days ago, where this here was all white, a foot of snow. What's a foot of snow? About this much snow. And we even had a minus 20 day one day, minus 20 Celsius, that is to say. In my 11 years of being in this particular region of Canada, where it's colder than most parts of Canada, most habitable parts of Canada, we're not going into the tundra. This is the mildest winter I've ever experienced. I mean, so far, we're only December something. I remember hearing family, friends from other provinces that would say, "Oh, we didn't get a white Christmas this year." And I would be thinking, white Christmas? Our winter started a month ago. So anyway, I don't know if you can see, not a whole lot of snow. I mean, there are a few flakes here and there, but not a whole lot of snow. And it's in the afternoon now. Maybe, no, I'm getting close to 4 o'clock, which really means 5 o'clock because of the time thing. Let's not start that whole thing. But I wanted to come out here and share this, not just with you, but share it with me. I wanted to experience this insanely mild temperature, and it would be a crime for me to be inside doing any inside work, which I need to do and catch up with. But let me just take you around. I just want, in those a week or, I'm looking at a blue sky, which is not unusual for us to have. But I see wind moving. But when you see wind moving, when you see clouds moving, I can see two separate layers at the speed that they're going. I don't know if you can hear the wind right now. I'll shut up for a second. Although it's not high wind down here, and though it is up there, some of you probably remember your science class in grade 7 or 8, when, if you remember, cold air is so much more dense than hotter. So the molecules and atoms and electrons and whatever are all huddling together. So keep me warm, hug me. Whereas in the summertime, they're all spread apart and saying, "Oh, get away from me, get away from me, get away from me. I'm hot, I'm irritable, get away from me." All right. So even a little bit of a breeze in the winter packs such a punch. That's why you use more gas in the winter. Your car uses more gas, I should say, because the air is so much denser. You have to push through this, as opposed to the summertime, the molecules will fall apart. Now, let me just take you around. Oh, I was just saying, in the past week or two, when we had some, I don't want to say high winds. We don't get high winds yet in our region because we're not close to the coast. And I mean, I suppose that's a matter of a perspective, depending on where you live. We are about 3 hours away from the coast, where they are at sea level, or at some parts maybe below sea level, because they're floodplains and they get a lot of flooding. We're here, where we are, we're over 1,000 feet above sea level, and we're in a sort of a bowl where there's a ridge or whatever mountainous area that's all around us, and that's about, I don't know why I'm still yelling, and that's about 1,000 to 2,000 feet higher elevation than even where we are. So we're even sheltered from high winds. If we don't even get high winds, I'm saying, if we were to get. But the winds were such that they were about 40-kilometer-hour winds. They were such that we lost a few trees because of it. and I want to just go for a walk right now, a quick walk with you, because at this time of year, as the sun goes down, the temperature drops. But I'm not feeling it right now, and I'm feeling brave, and I'm loving this. So let's go around, and I'll see if we can see how many trees are down. Unfortunately, I only have this one camera that is not a action camera, or a what do you call those things with the gyroscopy thing. So it's going to be a bit bumpy. I'm sorry about that. I apologize in advance, but forgive me. But let's just go and see how many trees that we can see. We're not going through the whole forest, just the immediate surroundings of the main building. How many trees are actually down, and which is firewood for next year, guilt-free firewood, or for projects like raised beds, or making planks, or I would love to do a log cabin. Okay, let's get going. Put my glasses, which are just okay. So what is this? Oh, this is that's all the snow that's left, if you can believe it, pretty much. So there's about 130 black currants here, one of the most potent, powerful remedies in, if you know, if you ever heard of what am I, homeopathic, the compost bins are the amount of rain that we got, not torrential rain, but just enough that I'd put, when I go into town, I get bags of leaves. Let me show you. If you can see these in my summer videos. I get these bags of leaves from the city folks that bag them for me. Thank you, city folks. Of course, they're not doing it for me. Oh, moss, love it. They don't bag them for me, but I'm just saying that I pick them up and bring them home, and add them to my raised beds. And in this case, I don't know if you can see, this raised bed was full, and now it's gone down by about a foot. Same here. Same here. Same here. And this is my really biggest one of all. This is what my 2.0 raised bed compost bin is, and this one is also has gone down by about a foot. Of course, if I were to dig the middle of it, you'll see steam coming out of it. Well, it just means that it's working. How can I get through with this big? Let me just close this, maybe. Get through here. So let's start from this end. Work our way over. So immediately I see one tree right there facing you directly. Oh, look at all this gorgeous moss that is alive and well. This time of year we might be able to see bunny poop. They're like round pellets. Deer poop, and if we're lucky, maybe antlers. Deer, white-tailed deer that we have here, lose their antlers at this time of year after the rut season, because it's just too much energy consuming, and they want to keep whatever nutrients they have in them as opposed to on their head. And then every year they grow their antlers back up again. So here I see, oh no, that tree was down last year. I started cutting it. You know, it's freshly fallen tree when like if I point this up, you'll see one leaning there. Can I zoom this thing? You see, it's a bit of an angle as opposed to going straight up. That's already on its way down. The only thing that's holding that up are those other trees. Could be a little bit dangerous, but then again, there's so many trees holding it up that not necessarily. So these trees are from last year. Because I know, because there are no branches on them, and also you can see the ends are being cut, that I didn't have a chance to process. And also, oh, here we go. Hello. Almost walked right past it. See that? There. So see that's the root of it, and I'll take you to it. So if you know what a fulcrum is, how can I? You know what a shovel looks like, right? When oh, there's two more there. And what it is that, or a pry bar. How about a pry bar? That works better. So imagine a long one. When the tip of a tree, like there, is wet, and this one was already dead. You can see it's brown. It's no longer green, as opposed to the ones close to it. So what happens when the rain comes? That top heavy part is so heavy because of the wind and the rain that pushes its own roots out of the ground. And where we live, and all sort of this isn't really a pine forest, neither. It's a sort of a boreal forest where there's more softwood than hardwood. So those areas are very rocky, like the Rocky Mountains of Colorado and in Canada, Alberta and all that, very rocky, not a ton of soil. So they don't have really deep root structure. So now slowly though, because of the global warming or climate change or whatever you want to call it, as it's getting warmer, these softwood trees are coming down and they're being replaced by hardwood. If I try to zoom straight dead ahead, you will see a golden birch. You see a sort of a teenage one. Well, they're hardwood. They're harder than they're harder than white birch, and they take longer to grow. But you can see that there's the two of them that kind of fork. I don't know why I'm still yelling. And so the evergreens are being replaced slowly by hardwood. Plus, we're planting more oaks and hardwood ourselves in addition to that. So this one was about 190 or 100-foot tree that's down. And this is when I say, in the summertime, if you've ever seen my videos from summertime, I say when I see those survival shows or whatever, I don't know how the producers or whatever let people build their shelters in a surrounding like this, which is insane. Here's another tree that's down and it's fresh. There you go. Let's go look at it. When the tree this size, folks, comes down, you don't want to be under it. But when I say under it, I will take you a little bit closer, just from here. I just want to show you something from here, and I'll take you closer. And this is something that I hope to be able to show you one time when it's warmer, so you can see what I'm talking about. See those branches that are standing up straight ahead, sticking out of the tree? That's the tree sticking out of it. Those branches are something like 4 or 5 feet tall. When this tree comes down, if you're anywhere near it, you don't just get hit on the head by the tree. You will almost be lucky if you get hit on the head by the tree, because you may instantly, But if you get skewered by any of these branches, are so hard, that is worse than if you get hit on the head by a tree. And here's the tree that's standing up. Diameter of it. Well, if I stand next to it, let me just go stand next to it so you can get a perspective of what the diameter in this one is. Come on, stand up. Huh? Look, it's wider than I am. Ooh, shit. I heard it crack. Check this out. You see this crack? And it goes over my head another 2-3 feet. This is ripe for falling down. It's ready to go. Yeah, it looks like it's alive and well. Look at the top of it. No problem, right? Oops. But sorry about that. But in an actual fact, a wind gust of about 50 kilometer/hour in the right direction, because prevailing winds are from the west, and trees get their roots in the ground to push them into the wind. But if the wind comes from a different direction where these big roots are not ready for, then they easily fall down. As you can see, that tree there that's facing us, this tree here, same direction. That means they weren't ready for that direction of wind. They come right down, and it's no big deal. Just have a look at how many evergreens are growing here. Just in this your viewfinder, there's about 20 or 30. What you can't see, there's another 100 or so. The little seedlings and saplings. These are the ones that I give away for free to folks in the springtime. Not trying to put the nurseries out of business, but I have so many of them. And these are mostly fir. This one here kind of corrected itself, but it's wonky. So I was taking you closer so you can see how hard some of these trees, some of these branches are. Is what I was talking about. If they come down, I don't know how I can show you. They are very hard. They are like a small tree of their own. They will go through anything, and especially with the momentum. Here's another big tree with another one of those cracks that I showed you on the other one. And this crack goes from, well, the base. Look at it. Look how far it goes. And that's just the one side that I can see. So in the summertime, I come around and clear all of those branches off, make them into circles around the hardwood trees, as sort of like for when they break down. Also, it creates habitat for wild turkeys, grouse, and whatever else. It's starting to get dark. It's getting dark quickly now. Oh look, I guess last night was cold enough that ice is still here. Some ice, or it just means that doesn't get much sun around here. Beautiful. I'm always fascinated by these formations. Gorgeous. I hope you're able to see. I almost feel like stopping this camera and taking a picture. If I stand on it, it'll crunch. Listen. Here's the crunch. Gorgeous. And my favorite ferns are alive and well. Even when ferns go dry, they're still a gorgeous bronze color. Let me show you this is a tree that just came down. So this isn't like it was a dead tree. You saw the green tips of it, right? The core though tells a different story. Can you see it? Can you see how rotten it is? So when you look at a tree and you think it's healthy, it actually may not be. And this is how trees grow from the outside, and meanwhile inside could be rotten. I wonder if I can see if I can put this camera down, pointing at that, and I will go and I destroyed my little gorgeous ice thing. All right. Oh, it smells glorious. See, this is just what they call hummus. I can even see formation of mycelium there. Can you see it? And the tree looked super healthy. If I squeeze my hand here, this will turn into powder. Ah, so yummy. We don't really have termites here, but I can just see how it's just mush, not wet. Oh, it smells glorious. And this is what sometimes bugs have their larvae in here, and a woodpecker's going to be so excited this spring when it comes back. Oh, this is gorgeous in your compost. I can see the mushroom skeletal formation. Oh, I want to eat it. I don't blame the termites for. Oh, this is so light, and this is cellulose. Like if you remember ever going to an old bookstore or an old library, maybe. Oh man, take this inside. Ah. And in the winter, you can't even smell this stuff because your nose forms the mucus to warm the cold air before it hits your lungs. So even with that, I can still look at that. Can you see this? I'm not giving hardly any pressure. I don't know where the camera is pointing, and it's just flaking off like nothing. And oh man, you know what? Anyone watching this, if you want a guaranteed perfume or cologne or whatever that it would sell, you need to. Oh man, you need to bottle this up. It's a mixture of, if I can explain, I'm not good at explaining, as you by now you know, mixture of a mushroom, earthy, cellulose, a blue jay. Anyway, let's go for a walk. I don't know how much. Someone told me that people may not necessarily care to watch long videos. I don't know, and I don't care. I would watch a video about something like this that I don't know anything about if I came across it. So you feel free to fast forward if you want, but I'm going to be doing this because I'm here and I love it. I thought you might like it too. Here's another one that's down. This is a teenage tree. I say teenage tree, it's already about 50 feet tall. But as you can see, it got hooked on that golden birch. And so I have to come in the summertime. I mean, I could do it now too, but I wonder if I can do it. I don't mean today, but I don't know how many warmer days we would have. But by cutting this tree down, I don't mind leaving some up if they're not bothering hardwood trees. But this one's bothering that hardwood tree, that golden birch. Just go closer to it. And not only that, there's a cedar which is really much revered. Can you see it, the darker one? And it's not bothering that cedar actually, but here's another one that's twisted and snapped. Let me see if I can zoom. Actually, you can see it, but I'll just zoom it for you since I have this feature. You see it, how it twisted and then snapped. I sort of snapped, but it got also hooked on this same poor golden birch. So when I come in the winter, I have to, because I can't reach anywhere here until I get to the base of it, pretty much I have to try to cut it there. And when you cut that part off, this other side will catapult up but then it can't really because it's got that other one in its way. So this is going to be a frig to fix. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm not going up any ladder with a chainsaw. So well, you know what I'll do? When life gives you lemon, which I love, what I'll do, maybe I'll turn this into a shelter. So this is a roof. Instead of cutting it, this will become my roof line. You know, like a sort of a tent that you know the old tents that you used to buy or used to go camping with your parents or whatever, had one ridge line on top, not like today ones that are like have many roofs and that. So and then it tapered down like a inverted V. So I'll use this as a top, however I can reach it, and then I'll make poles coming like that from the sides of it. Lean on it. It's not going anywhere because look at that fork, and that is a hardwood, so that's not going anywhere. Only worry though is that all these other softwoods that could come down. Those white birches are going down soon, but these other softwoods, evergreens could. But you know, that's one thing to do with it. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, I lost count of how many trees were down. Wait, are you counting with me? Here's another one, folks. Here it is. It snapped off here. About 6 feet off the ground, and then it just dropped. This I really don't mind when trees come down here. And on its way down, it brought this other one down. You see, it snapped the top of it off. And because I don't mind, because here, there's the main building. Here, around here, straight ahead, is where our raised beds are. And more of these trees come down. For the summertime, they block a lot of light. More of these trees come down, more light for the garden. I don't mind, and it's guilt-free because I didn't do anything to it. Look at this gorgeous white birch. Sorry, folks, I get excited easily. And you see how this white birch is dead, and it's still standing, but now it's shedding its jacket. That paper birch is insanely good for firewood. Even when it's wet, you can burn it pretty good. And now it was growing side by side. That's a white birch, and that's a golden birch to its right. White birch is softer. I don't know how many levels or points or whatever softer than the golden birch. But they're both beautiful. White birch is where when Native Americans used to make canoes out of. This one, not so much. But isn't the bark of it gorgeous? Let me see if I can. I got this circle here. Remember I told you I make circles around the trees, around the hardwood trees to, as they break down, they become food. So let me see if I can set this down and then zoom it, so maybe you can get a better view of the bark sort of a structure or shape. Can you see it? That's gorgeous. The color of it, I can't even describe that color. It looks like a high carat gold, the metal gold. The higher it is, the less luster, the less shiny, the less yellow it is. But it's hardwood. It's not as hard as, I would say, maybe maple, or definitely not as hard as oak. Here's another one that's down. You can see but it's leaning. It's got hooked on other ones there. Wow, I got so much firewood, and so that I have to come this year and get rid of all those branches. They take up a lot of space. Oh man, there's a few more over there, which is fine. Like I said, I need that space cleared. Don't you love, I don't know if can you see this? Oh, where is it? This little single drop. Come on. Go into focus already. You see it? Oh my God. Oh no, I lost it. come on, come on. Do it again, do it again. Oh. Can I do it and not touch the screen? No. Well, we did have it for a second, folks. It's hard for me to stand where I'm standing. The ground is full of roots and oh, did it drop? No. Ah. What is the matter? Focus. Focus. It's not doing it. Don't worry. We had it for a second. Go back and rewind and see it. It's gorgeous. It's life, you know. Ouch. Oh, I hit myself on that. See, there's another one. Look, you can see how it's snapped off here and fallen down. Over there is almost a war zone. I gotta get that stuff tidied up. And that's what I do as part of my calming down my thoughts and the chatter in my head and whatever. Oh, but the sun as it's going down, can you see way in the distance? Excuse me, when I come in the forest and I tidy it up, you can't see the ground, but there's so many roots and things sticking out. See, here's another one that was here and it snapped off something like 12 feet or so off the ground and it dropped down. Oh, here's another one there. I guess it's near relative. This is all good. Now this area is opened up a lot. Oh, here's another one that's leaning. Can you see? Leaning, and it's gotten hooked on other trees. Oh, 2 golden birches. Oh no. 2 sort of a early teen golden birches. I gotta take care of them somehow. And so there's 3 trees right here. And these say that fast once, these 3 trees. And you see that have snapped off that. Can you see it? Can you see it now? That one to the right, one to the left, and there. That triangle. I wonder if I can do something with that because there could be posts for a well, something. I have to think about something. See, the poor maple's gotten bent because something brought it down and forced it down. But I don't have to look at it this way. What I'll do is that I will get rid of the middle or the branches that are coming down. So then the branches will only go up and that'll become a beautiful archway for weddings or photo shoots or whatever. Really whimsical. It's almost like an archway to another dimension. Wow, it's really opened up here with just these few trees. Here's another one that's down underground. Can you see it right in the middle of your viewfinder? All right, that was excellent. I mean, I know you're thinking, if you know, what kind of a tree hugger is excited about trees that are down? Oh, here's another one that's down right there, right in the middle of the viewfinder. That's something like 50 feet into the year. And then look, the tip of it fell down way over here, way over here. It's a good. They are a good 20 feet away from each other. The top of it and the part that's standing up. Also, now this time of year, I give these treetops to my neighbors as Christmas trees because I have them. And here's another one that's down. Very little root structure. Yeah, it's Christmas trees because I'm not to put the Christmas tree folks out of business, but I have them, and it's free. You know, to good neighbors, good friends, not going around the neighborhood handing out Christmas trees. I mean, it's not nothing. These trees that are down are not nothing. I would even say, an elder once told me that the most important tree in a forest is a dead tree. And I think that's right. Oh my God! See, now that that's opened up, I can actually see this. There's a maple dead ahead with lichen on it. which mostly grows on the north side because obviously there's less light. Now look at the gouge. If I can try to attempt to show you this gouge of another tree that as it was coming down, scraped along it. You see it? Not only that, as this maple was growing, see how it's somewhat twisted? It had to constantly arrange itself so that they could get to the sun, find its way up. And so this is what I mean. This forest needs to be thinned, as they say, the term for it is. So here's a golden birch, for instance, suffering because it's got too many trees around it and it can't really get to the might that it needs to get with that maple next to it. What it is that a good, I know you're going to fall off your chair when I say this, a good 60, if not 70% of the trees that are here now shouldn't be. And that's the other reason why we don't have forest fires where we are, but when there's a lot of, where there are forest fires, because the trees are so close, when one tree is set on fire, it's so easily jumped. Whereas, so if there was ever to be here's another dead one that's fallen off. If there was ever to be a forest fire here, I can take my chainsaw and quickly bring down that dead tree and chop it up, if I can, as fast as I can, so that I've limited it, I've isolated it to that one particular tree or maybe another tree. Whereas as it is now, the trees are so close that the fire easily jumps and creates its own vortex and everything. I'm going. Sorry if it's shaky. I explained to you why earlier, but I'm also trying to navigate through. This is a forest floor, folks. Look at those gorgeous. Remember I was telling you about earlier about ferns, when that gorgeous. I don't want to say rust. I don't like the color of rust, but that gorgeous brown color, I love it. Just love it. Can I get any closer? And we're going, yeah. So this is the forest floor. It's not easy to navigate through, especially at this time of year when, like a month, not a month, 3 months ago, every time if there was ever a tree down or a branch down or anything, I'd be here taking care of it. But I haven't been out here for so long because of the weather that's changing now. We're going into winter, and so, and then there's brush. There's there's some things that I don't want to stomp on, like lady slippers or flowering shrubs that we planted. Wow, there's a big tree that. What is it? Is that fresh or old? I don't know. Let's go that way. We're going now to this north side because I think I saw from a window some trees that were down on the north side. These are trees that, or logs that I've saved for projects over the years. They're about a few years old, and wood fibers are amazing things. These are a few years old and they're already dowdy, and you can see like how mushrooms are growing on parts of them, and they can still provide a service to me when I need them for things. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, I did see some young ones down. That's odd to see. Young ones should be more flexible, but here's two of them that are down. Oh, more. Oh, a bigger one and a smaller one. Oh, well, this is the north side, and we don't really have many windows on the north side, but nonetheless, see, one came down and forced another one down with it because their branches go out. How can I show you when the branches go out? But from maybe you can't see, and those branches are very hard. This is what I meant, the skewer analogy that I gave you. They're very hard, extremely hard. You have to take your a sharp axe to that many times, so you can before you can detach them from the. Oh, look! On its way down, it took a maple down with it. See how like a snaky looking there? It took a maple down with it. Maples are hardwood that take a long time to grow, but it was twisted all around it, and now it's uprooted. And I can't use that maple now as firewood. I mean, it's fine, but that maple was maybe, a few years old, maybe 7 years old or so. Now, that's lost. But anyway, that's life, right? Okay. Yeah, here's another one that's down. You can see coming our way. So where is the rest of it? Here's another one that's, when it's on an angle, it's done. It's just, the only reason why it's up is because it's gotten hooked on those trees up there. This is a good 60 feet tall one too, but skinny because it was just rushing to make it to the top, fighting for the sun. There's the brook. Yeah, let's go by the brook, see if we can hear it. Moss growing on this log. Sometimes I leave the logs underground for this exact same purpose, because I love seeing. This is what a forest for my childhood looked like, and if I can. And the ground is so gorgeous and brown. These leaves, these fallen leaves, this carpet, kaleidoscope. Oh, yeah, I can't hear the. Okay, let's go to the brook. This brook is about. That's the brook. It's a meandering brook, and that's the main building. We can't hear it because our windows are too good. And I mean, at the time that this thing's running as fast as it's running now, the windows are closed. The summertime when the windows are closed, well, this brook isn't running this fast. Can you hear it? Let's focus on something you can actually see. some of you know what this is. This is quartz. There's actually gold in there. You can see the veins. If I can get it to focus on, maybe that's one. But it takes a long time of hitting it to release the gold, and a big chunk of quartz. But oh, here's another tree that's down. You can see almost hit the house, and there's one next to it in the opposite direction of it. Funny, or not so funny. Oh, here's another one that's down. Well, I don't know how many I've counted, and winter hasn't even started yet, folks. One that's down, but it's gotten hooked. Yeah, so quartz, I mean, I give them away to friends and guests, and they don't, like I said, they don't have so much gold to be worth their weight in gold or anything, but they do have some qualities for vibrations. I think nowadays if you buy a watch, it'll say that it has a quartz movement. Well, it has that rock in it. So it's got some qualities of not more than just good vibrations, but holistic healing properties as well. I have lots. There's a video that I haven't posted, I don't think, but I will, of all the items that I have, natural, all natural items, I should say, that I have for sale, and for by donations. Anyone donating I will try to send them. Yet I don't know how much it costs to go outside of Canada, but how much can a little dollar size coin cost to send? I don't know. I shouldn't have said that. So yeah, that was a little walkabout. I didn't do everywhere. I didn't go all around the property. Just some parts. And we're just gonna go inside now. What is that a root of? So red. Huh. I'm a little disappointed. I didn't see any bunny poop or deer poop or moose poop. We are a corridor, and when we get more snow, friends, and the ground is completely covered, you can't tell right now. Just remember what I'm telling you now, and then I'll show it to you then. When this ground is covered in snow, and our snow is always pristine, always white, you will see animal tracks, footprints of all different sizes of animals. And it's so whimsical. Oh, I came here to empty the compost, and I left a bucket. The good thing I came this way. And here I put needles, pine needles for, well, you can't tell, these are berry canes, and they like acidity. You don't have that. You can use your coffee grounds, not coffee drinkers, but and yeah, and I will see, and you don't even know. Oh, there's the ridge right ahead of us. You can see the golden color, if you can you? And remember I said we're in a bowl, so the sun is setting the opposite direction of that, but because we're in a bowl about 1,000 to 2,000 feet below that ridge, the sun hits that ridge and makes it a golden color. Gorgeous, gorgeous golden color. Well, folks, I'm going to bid you goodbye and good night. Stand by for this, when this video and other videos. Let me know how you liked it and what you're up to where you live. I'll come around to say goodbye. Until next time. Oh, I don't know where I'm in the frame. I say, think outside. Box not required. Take care.